this is a weird place. I mean, here it is. I've got some okay sanctuary behind this hedge of rose bushes. The water was flowing up here earlier this season, and now it's down lower, and that's where the cows are. The whole, like, habitable little stretch of this valley, which is only 2.5 miles long, is full of cows eating and shitting all over the place, shitting in the water supply. It's disgusting to me because it's a rare habitat right here in this arid, dry desert of Nevada. That there's water flowing maybe a half a mile down the valley, crystal clear, is impeccable. It's just being trod upon by fucking human food, living human food, and it disgusts me. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I eat meat. I don't know where it comes from. It could come from here, right? Somebody's got it in their mind that this habitat is going to waste. Let's throw the cattle up there to eat shit, make babies. There were fucking like a dozen little baby cows down there. There are other people that want to use these places. Two beers, two hurricanes. Nice to take the edge off. I'm really tired of driving through the deserts. 70 miles between this and that, and nothing really of importance for 200 to 300 miles apart. So this is right nice. 2 bottles of heat. Okay, so 16 ounces is roughly a week, and that's full bore tea, coffee, meals. So now I've got 24 ounces. Got my bottles full here. And that'll last 10 days easily. The post office had a book bin, and I was really distraught about not having something to read. These are not my choice reads, murder mysteries. It would have been that or romance, which could be quite stimulating sometimes. 2 books added to my pack weight. And as I was driving in this direction, I could see just this wall of clouds, real thick. Now, as it's been coming this way, it seems to be breaking up. Okay, it's the food rundown. So I'm already carrying 2 dinners, lots of dehydrated peppers and tomatoes, which is going to get me through this, and plenty of coffee. So the core dinners are here. 4 ramen packages and this rice side package, which is probably good for 2 meals. They had some real food there. Bananas. I bought 3 ate one there. I've got 2 bananas. Potato chips were mentioned. I bought a roll of toilet paper. I was expecting 2. Here's a jar of peanut butter. And $2.49. This is power food right here. Anytime. Right here. And so, breakfasts, partial bananas. I bought this. Fig Newtons, 10 ounces. And here we have 6.5 ounces. This is solid food. Heavy food. I bought these biscuits. There's not much weight here. I don't know. Snacks. And then I got 3 of these nutrition bars. Solid, very solid breakfast food here. I picked this one up. It's a nice medley of nuts and dried fruit. Okay, and lots of meat jerky sticks. Here, 3 with cheese. More nuts, 2 different flavors. And some crackers. Big snack pack. And last, some pretzels. So, here it is, Tuesday. All packed up, ready to go. And this was oddly enough, a lively place with birds. There were coyotes this morning howling farther back. Up higher here, there were chukars. This morning, there was a mourning dove just right by my tent, making its song all morning. Birds started up real early. Guess they were anxious. All right, look at this. Trees again. It's been over a week since I've seen pine trees, and I'm really happy. This is the Steens Wilderness. I'm coming from Fields to French Glen, and it's about 25 miles, give or take. Maybe like right in the middle between Fields and French Glen. So, there's a hiking trail in here, relatively new. There's a creek back here, 3 Mile Creek. My motorcycle is a third of a mile away, really close. No long, dusty mountain roads to deal with to find trees and a water source. I'm really glad I turned around because I passed it, and there are some kooky looking caves up here in this rock face, and I thought there was some explanation, like a mine or something. I'm going to check those out at some point. What I intend to do is basically milk this place until I'm tired of it, which right now is real nice. I saw this bird of prey fly over. I want to say buteo, if that's how you pronounce it. Light colored with the pronounced head and sort of a tan color to it. and it flew right over, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And you know, it's like I spoke to it. It saw me, it heard me. It was cool. And it boogied down somewhere. And so in this kind of environment, I look for a tree setting with west and east trees, and I'll have shade right here almost all day, stocked with water. And so here it is. This just wonderful ancient lake basin right here. And they're huge. The weather. I've got the weather report right here. Okay, so I had some good fortune at Denayo Junction, only because at that time when I stopped there for gas, I noticed that my chain was pretty loose. What happens is it stretches, okay, and it just gets really loose, dangerously loose. And so what I needed was a big crescent wrench and something to lift my bike up onto. So anyway, these guys at Denayo Junction helped me out. I just kind of backed the wheel up on the swing arm and it stretches the chain. And it's actually about the halfway point, so I may not have to do it again. One thing I found out was that the Steens Mountain road loop is not open. I think both the last two times I was here, it was closed. It's not a real bummer because it's like I think a 40-mile loop, 20 miles in and 20 miles back. There's no tree cover at the very top of the range, but I've always wanted to hike north on the range away from the road a few miles. I don't think it's going to happen this time. These are just small, probably lava tube ends. And it's where the ravens roost. All up in here. Big, big nests of shit in here. You can see droppings here. They're very agitated that I'm here. It's okay. It's a chilly day for that dragonfly and me. It's been overcast, but no rain. And then there's a big tooth here. Front tooth, maybe. What the heck was it? It's pretty rugged back here. Lots of little nooks and crannies for birds, owls, maybe other animals. And this trail just keeps going. Okay, it was a great day, great hike. I washed many clothes down in that creek. It was hard to get to that water. One good thing I have to say about not getting that power-up package is that the variety of food has changed, and it's been a real bonus to have something different to eat. So it was 2 weeks of eating the same food. I had been slowly eating the same food before I left Bishop, and so this week it's all different. I'll have some different snacks into the next week, but it'll be back to that same old food again after I go to Burns. It's all good. It rained probably for 12 hours. And the tent did well, except for the ends where the ground cover was catching rain and it was bringing it in underneath the tent floor. So both ends are a little wet. Other than that, this tent did pretty well with all the water that came down. And I'm sure it snowed up higher. My backpack, soaking wet probably. And that's okay. Right there. An elusive chucker. Hello, chucker. Way out there. That snow that fell last night. Maybe antelope. Maybe bighorn. Pretty big for a deer. So, I'm trying to be quiet because I know there's animals up here. Bobcats, cougars. Sitting at camp, and I was just contemplating relocating my camp up this upper trail. But then these clouds, who knows what's going to happen later. And there was snow up here this morning. And so I want exercise. I want to get some exercise, and I just don't know why I didn't realize to do a day hike. About as far as I'm going to go. Hard to say how much farther it goes. It's been kind of edging along and creeping up a little bit. It's actually a civilian conservation corps project from 80 or so years ago. And what makes it have like a staying power and not like have nature take it back is the fact that they have moved these boulders and built like a wall for most of it. So it makes it easy to follow. Probably the last night here, hopefully. It's been 3 nights. This will be the 3rd. A couple things happened last night here. First, I hear this like amazing like jet sound. This bird has just like come down as fast as it could and probably snatched up a little bird from on top of one of these trees here. It's like maybe that big the buteo, I think, I don't know. So another thing that happened right when the sprinkles started and the rain came down, I was snugged up in the tent and something was right in here and freaked out at the side of my tent and probably my backpack and scrambled up these rocks. but that's all I heard. I didn't hear any other noises. I think that was a bobcat.